This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
This is FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The Answer.
YAK Radio. Who knows? But we want to thank our good friends at Southwest Point of Sale. Got a business, having trouble keeping cashiers, want to do a little self-checkout? Well, these guys are the experts. SouthwestPOS.com, 800-540-2149. Give them a call. Let them come out, take a look. Won't cost you anything just to look. If their system fits your system, bingo. Won't be more expensive than if you were buying a cash register. But you get 7-day, 24-hour day service. How do I know that? I just finished a trip, 2,800 miles, clear across the continental United States. We fixed more systems and customers than you can shake a stick at. Why? Because Jeff was riding with me. SouthwestPointofSale.com. Also, San Diego Propane. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what I would do without Dave and his family. Only downside is they only service East County. But that guy must have a sixth sense. He called me up. Dave, go check your tank. Why? Go check your tank. 5%. He was out that day, filled me right back up. Didn't have to deal with it. That's customer service. SD-propane.com. If you're looking for a good propane provider in East County, your mom and dad ought to look into it. 619-460-1705. And West Escondido Water and Trans. Hey, we got great news. They've got 4 locations. Now they're going to open up a 5th. Oceanside Transmission is going to become probably oceansidetransmissions.com. I don't know, but they're going to put general repair in. Why? Because that area needs a good quality AAA Napa Auto Care ASE service facility. Go to westautomotivegroup.com. Well, Sunshine.
Hi, Dave.
Do you want me to call a surgeon to take that grin off your face? Jeez, I mean, your jaw must hurt.
I had such a good time. Race season has begun.
Has begun. Did you like that little text I sent you of that little girl screaming that race season must have started?
Oh, yeah. It's race day.
But wasn't that?
Yeah, it's funny. Robert Peters posts that a lot.
Oh, does he?
It's so funny, but I love it every
cute.
time. Yeah.
Say, who we got in the house?
Well, they're back. We had them last year. They were so good. We wanted to bring them back for an update. We have Patrick Henry High School's NJROTC, and hopefully they'll let us know what that means.
Okay.
In studio to my right, we have Eric Wever. He's an instructor, retired Navy, 20 years. And to my left, we have 2 cadets. We have Commanding Officer Brayden Buchanan and Executive Officer Nguyen. Welcome.
Hey,
very good. Go ahead, Maya. Don't let that guy steal the microphone. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. He's got more rank, huh?
Oh, yes.
I guess we have to be polite.
So I don't know. Maybe can we start with what does NJROTC mean?
Yeah, go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead and
Brayden,
pull the mic over. Tell us what is. Well, first off, what is the program and why did you join?
I knew that'd be a question.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a mouthful. NJROTC stands for Navy Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps.
Okay.
And I joined because I was living a very mundane, kind of seclusive life in middle school, and I saw this nice door opportunity open, and I decided to join this wonderful program that was advertised to me.
Okay. So let's throw the mic over to Maya. And what was your story? What got you to come to this program?
Well, mine is a little more boring. My brother was in the program, and so basically I was like forced into it through like nepotism of some sort. So there's that. But once I joined, it was pretty fun.
So what are you looking to get out of the program? What's the end goal other than making good friends?
Originally for me, it was like doing stuff for college and having it on my
your resume.
On my resume basically and my applications. But I think like leadership experience and like being able to like speak on the radio like right now, I would not be able to do this if I was
The cadets last year said the same exact thing.
Yeah.
They said when I was in 8th grade, or if I had been told I was going to be on radio, there's no way I could have done it.
Yeah, definitely. I would be like out of here like shaking in my boots.
So confidence.
It's a confidence
Leadership.
builder.
Yes.
And talking on radio is one of the most important. Not just radio, but just speaking to the general public, speaking to your peers, speaking to the cadets, especially in a situation to where you're an officer, where they have to listen and they have to believe in you. And that's another challenge. You can't do anything but earn that. So what do you plan? I mean, are you going to end up going into the Navy full time, you think?
I'm actually not going into the military
so
at all.
That's a myth. I like when they come and they talk to my
they
8th graders about
think
it.
You're going.
And I know so many of my 8th graders think that is like you have to.
No.
So this is good because we have both right now. So you don't feel like you have to. You don't feel that you were pressured.
No, I'm going to SDSU next year for 4 years to pursue psychology, and Brayden here is going to do NROTC at USD. So there's both like pathways available.
But the funny thing is, never say no, because you never know as you get down your path, and the more you look at, a prime example is Eric. I mean, you put 20 years in.
Right.
You got out at what age?
Let's see. I was 42.
42, and you could start a new career, and the benefits that come from putting in 20 years. And this is talking from a guy that was a doorknob and didn't do that. No, I admit it. It's one of the biggest regrets of my life.
I thought you were saying I was a doorknob.
No, not you.
Okay.
No.
Because you had a plan, but you had a plan. You knew what you wanted to do. My plan was not as structured as yours, and I got out. And I just wish I would have stayed in.
I wish I joined.
Well, you would have been a perfect.
I already shared.
person.
I had shared with Eric last year, and he asked me to share with the cadets. It's my biggest regret in life is not joining because of fear of the unknown.
Well, and that's what it is. And
that's what it was for me.
Yeah, but Eric, the minute they shave your head in boot camp, it all goes away.
Okay. And they weren't going to do that.
No. But everybody's equal. One isn't that funny?
Uh-huh.
Of course, they've been doing military for longer than we've been alive. But you would never think cutting someone's hair off would just not demoralize them, but just set them
Equalize?
down. Just set them down. Just take a chill pill. Here we go.
So, Dave, Mai referred to it. Brayden, why don't you tell Dave and our listeners what you have earned, this scholarship?
Right. So over the course of this past year, I've been working for a scholarship. It's the NROTC scholarship. So it's basically this program without the J.
Right.
It's for adults, college students. And then I earned a 5-year scholarship for full room and board, so a complete ride to the University of San Diego.
No kidding. And what did you do to accomplish that?
Well, so it's really just a matter of on the application, you have to list all of your experiences. So there isn't really like a checklist. It's just a matter of within my time in the program, getting out there and putting everything that I've learned onto the actual application.
Right. Well, I do Salute to Education, which is a Ford program that they do. They do grants, $2,500, I think it is. I've been reading essays for like 20 years.
Thing you like to read.
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one thing. It's a whole lot of things accumulated. So now are you going to go into the Navy?
Yes, sir. I am.
All right. Good.
Brayden wants to be a pilot.
A pilot?
Yeah, yes.
What do you want to fly?
Well,
or you care?
I would like to say I don't care, but I want to fly jet flyers.
I figured you did.
Yeah.
Top Gun, maybe?
Top Gun, exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, like, which one, new, old. I just...
Do you know how bad they need pilots just in the aviation industry right now? They are so screaming for pilots. So stay your 20, get out at 40. You could fly for one of the commercial airlines or even private.
Right.
You could fly Britney around.
Yeah.
Brittany's got the money. Oh, no, that goes into the race car.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's, and I love it when we bring kids in that have goals and directions, and then we got a little history here over on the other side.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I didn't really join the program with the goal in mind. When I actually found the goal of like knowing what I wanted to do, that was like quarantine when I was a sophomore.
Oh, right. You guys were. They're both seniors.
Right. So they were under the quarantine.
So you did it through that. Okay. So continue.
So I was playing a video game, and this thing looked really cool, and I was like, hey, as a joke, why not? That looks really cool. And then I started digging more into it, and it started piquing my interest. And then one thing led to another, and now I have the scholarship, and I'm going to commit,
Well, now you have to. You have no choice.
Yeah, I have to. So I didn't go join this program at NJROTC with the goal in mind of joining the military. But
it's funny you say that because there was a kid that now races in NASCAR. Mm-hmm. Never drove a race car in his whole life, but he played iRacing. And he was so good at iRacing, he got a full ride in a NASCAR team, which just makes people like Britney go, "You're kidding me. You can't believe it. Playing a video game, and he's good. He's good." Let's take a break. Why? Because it's YAK
Gotta
Radio.
Pay for this.
FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
Is this a song you like?
He's got a nice, eclectic, well-rounded.
I think he knows your gameplay, your music play. You notice that? Brendan, you guys must listen to music on the weekends.
If you ever want to throw your Spotify account towards me, I'll take a look at your songs.
Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
I don't have a Spotify.
Well, I know that.
I think he's talking to me.
Music list.
No, but you own vinyl records as well.
I have tons of them.
We have a ton.
I have quite a few. I'm still working on my collection. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'm so angry with myself. Earlier this week was National Record Store Day, and
oh my gosh!
And you didn't acknowledge it?
No, I didn't. I feel so bad about it.
You and I need to talk because I'm happy to donate some records if you're interested.
I am happy to collect them. Go for it.
I've been giving them as gifts lately.
Yeah, no, I know.
Thanks to Steve, he's going to his own private collection and pulling them out.
Brittany, I have a bad cough. Give me some. Sorry.
Well,
bad cough,
they've been significant birthdays. So a 50-year-old album, I think it was Black Sabbath, we gave to my friend as he turned 50. And then my girlfriend just turned 50, and she loves Jimmy Buffett, and I didn't mind losing that in our collection.
I would have given that.
And so he had a Jimmy Buffett
fan?
Not at all. I blew out a flip-flop. Really? Come up with something better than that. But anyway, I digress because we have some amazing cadets.
Hey, this is YAK Radio.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Do you have some advertisement we need to recognize?
Do I have to talk about
that? Did
them?
they pay you?
Do I have to talk about that? All right.
They're good.
South Bay Auto House, 25 years plus Mercedes-Benz service. Don't want to go to the dealer? Check these guys out. They're down in Chula Vista, independently owned and operated. Unbelievable. Parts department as big as any car dealership. They will take care of your vehicle like your family. Bumper docks, A&T, scratches, dings, dents, lease returns, body repair, paintless dent repair. Unbelievable. Go to cntbumperdock.com. Say hi to Angel. All right. Back to work. Okay.
Alrighty.
What does it take to get into the program? You just sign up. Give it to Mia.
My
Fred.
To get in the program, for NJROTC, you just have to sign it on like your articulation card when you go.
So do you have to have a certain grade point average or?
Nope, not at all.
Mr. Wever?
No, we get asked that. No set grade point average. And then the other one that kids always wonder about is, do they have to be a certain level of physical fitness? Because we do push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that. But
yeah, and it takes the place of PE. So as a PE coach, you can sign up for.
So you lose a job.
Well, I don't because I'm 8th grade. But as they go into high school, as Mai said, they fill out an articulation card, their ideal schedule, basically what they want, and they either choose PE, the traditional route, or the ROTC.
Yeah.
And I think that's true on all high school campuses.
What's the percentage of them going through the ROTC program?
Oh, it's like 10%. So they don't, or even less, way less than that. Actually,
but they stay, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
We were talking about that. You don't lose many cadets because once they get in, they see like this program is for me.
So let me ask you a kind of a silly question.
He's getting
so let's
silly.
say they come in with a 3.1 grade point average. Normally, when they get out, does their grade point average go up?
Oh, I'd love to tell you. I track that from start to finish.
Data.
All I can say is our kids in the program overall across the nation do better
coming out than when they came in.
It seems like a great support system, friendship,
it's
the confidence I want to get.
Teamwork.
They're so good. They know exactly how to do it.
Yeah, well, I guess we should ask you. We don't know.
In our program, so we have like an educations officer, our N2. So like they'll help. We have like a tutoring thing set up, and then we have like resources that like from like to like past like AP classes and resources from like past students and things like that that they like organize and like send out to people. And so like it's like you said, it was a it's a really good support system, I think.
Well, and that's what military is really about. Once you join the military, you don't have to want for nothing. But you do have to do your job, and you do have to,
toe the line.
Toe the line, fulfill the requirements that are given to you with no guff, no back talk, none of the above. And that is what molds you into the person you'll be once you get out.
Did you want to add to that, Brayden? You don't have to. You can.
No. I mean,
yeah.
Boy, she wants that money.
I like it. Take it, girl.
No, she can take it.
Take it.
Go ahead, take it.
You were saying some stuff about
she's fine.
Doing. Could you kind of repeat that again? Sorry.
Which part?
Molding them into.
Yeah, because you're kind of coming in as a fresh person, with you got some knowledge, you got some experience. But what this program does is it molds you into. And when I say mold you, it's not changing you into something you don't want to be, but it's giving you options. Like you said, you have a list of things. If you have any issues whatsoever, you can go into any one of these categories, and there's somebody there to answer your question and help you with whatever it is you need to be a better person.
Right. And what I want to add on to that, too, is this thing about the military or just the program giving you discipline. And I don't mean that in a negatively connotated way at all. It's doing the things. It's kind of like the same thing with sports, doing the things that you don't want to do, practices, the hard practices, in order to get to where you want to be, kind of a thing.
I used to take my tank retriever apart when they would go on a forced march. I hate marching.
So you do that on purpose, so you'd be busy.
On purpose. I'm admitting it. And if my sergeant is listening, I would literally take the road wheel off the front, which was a pain in the you-know-what, run to the sergeant,
bad kid.
And I would say, "Sir, I'm unable to go on the march tonight. My VTR is down. We need to have it." Absolutely, Mr. Get over there. Get that thing.
Why are you putting these ideas out there?
Because
Mr. Stahl.
No, but I'm saying it wasn't a good thing. I just didn't have to march.
Mr. Stahl.
Right. So yes, go ahead. Wait. He's got his finger up. He's paying attention.
Yeah, so really quick, just to add on to what Maya's saying, the kids who come into the program are 14, 15-year-olds. So we say we regulate. So we have a lot of uniform stuff that we do. It's really not that bad. But you can't, what I've learned is you can't really force somebody to conform to the rules. Obviously, it reflects on grades. Right. But you can't force people to do it. But what I've seen is the cadets who choose to take that step and really realize the value. I don't want to use myself as an example, but myself.
You can.
I stepped into the life and I was like, okay, let's see what wearing the uniform is like, wearing it correctly, having everything be basically perfect all the time. And then it has given me a lot more value. There is beauty in the order of just having a really structured day-to-day life, and it served me a lot.
All right, do you know what a gig line is?
I do know what a gig line is, yes.
That frickin' thing drives me crazy.
Stop.
You know what a gig line is?
Bad influence.
You know what a gig line is?
David Roy.
Do you know what a gig line is?
No.
It's terrible.
Tell him what a gig line is.
Tell me what a gig, because I'm a musician. A gig is a whole
No, you'll get
thing.
it. Eric's over here just laughing.
Oh, well, he's laughing because mine always happens to be wrong too.
I hate that.
In the uniform, you're obviously wearing it super tight because you want to look good. Yeah. But the line that connects the belts, or the buttons of your shirt down to your trousers, has to be basically in one straight line.
Perfect.
Your belt has to be exactly to the side, touching the seam. And no matter how much you try to keep it still,
it never does.
If you move just the slightest bit, it'll go off. And somebody will look at it, at least where we are, somebody will look at it and go, oh, gig line. And 30 seconds later, you're ready.
So, Eric, do you still worry about your gig line when you go out?
Right, just in public,
Absolutely.
casual.
And on the,
go ahead.
On the male uniform in particular, it's funny because, like Brayden says, if they move even a hair, it gets off. It's actually kind of dumb, in a sense.
But it's a structural thing.
But it is something that every single time you walk out, you're like,
Same thing with spit shine in your shoes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got a great story. I know you're going to hate me for this. So I'm in basic training with a kid whose dad started Amway. Okay. He had a spray that he sent us, and you just sprayed your shoes. Dude, they were like patent leather. Yeah. The only problem is 6 weeks in, all of a sudden they start cracking like a 90-year-old guy.
Yeah.
And we got in so much trouble. Do you still spit shine your shoes? With cotton and spit? Come on.
Sometimes I have my own little technique that.
Don't tell anybody. That's your trade secret.
No, not the trade secret, but on paper, yes, I spit shine my shoes.
Good. How about you, Maya?
I do, but we don't use our spit because I feel like that's a little disgusting.
She's like,
we have to like reuse, like we have to like pass down our shoes to like future generations. So that's
you don't want to spit on
somebody spit on your
debunking a myth.
Debunking a myth.
We use water, but
but they used to call it back in the day. It was spit shine.
Yeah.
God, I hate a spit shine.
So we're talking a lot about uniforms, and so listeners structure who may not be so familiar with this program, can you walk us through, because each day of the week is kind of, Monday we do this, Tuesday we do that. Can you walk us through that? A week in the life of your spit shoes?
Spit shine shoes.
Spit shine shoes.
Spit shoes.
So because it's a PE alternate, we do have to do exercise, but what's different is we do it 2 days a week. So Mondays and Fridays, we do have some form of physical activity. So Mondays is typically like more active stuff. So we run, do push-ups, the typical form of exercise. And then Fridays is always sports. So it's very different from the typical PE life that kids would leave in middle school.
What about obstacle courses? Have you ever done an obstacle course?
We actually have. Sometimes on sports days, because there's a lot of military influence in the area. So we've had the Army National Guard come in and bring in their inflatable obstacle courses, and we would just do that for a whole day. We would just run around the obstacle course, and then it would obviously different periods do it. But yes, we have done obstacle courses.
Those things are crazy. Whoever designed those obstacle courses must not like people.
Are you talking about like the one at like Camp Pendleton?
Yeah.
No, we did.
Have you done that one?
There are trips available across the year to do stuff like that, but the obstacle courses I'm referring to are like the inflatable.
No, you got to get on the logs and crawl the ropes.
Oh yeah, myself and Mai have gone to a program over summer, and we did that for a day. It was really nice.
Smile thinking about that one at Camp Pendleton.
Throw it over to Maya. Did you enjoy it?
It was really fun. Yeah. We got in groups of 4 because like most of us couldn't. We were like 5'2" and like couldn't get over the walls like as hard as we tried.
So you had to help each other.
Yeah. So we would lift each other up and like get it like over like the walls.
Yeah.
And climb down the logs. The rope at the end too.
Yeah, rolling in the mud.
Yeah, we did not roll in the mud.
You didn't roll in the mud. Crawl underneath the barbed wire.
Oh, no, we didn't do that.
I'm aging myself. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're having too much fun.
I know, time's
Patrick
flying.
Henry High School. And it's,
NJROTC.
And if you're interested in it, if your kids are going to Patrick Henry, you might want to look into the program.
Call the counseling program or counseling staff.
Because if you think your kids is great, this program will make them greater.
Even better.
Yeah, right here on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
All right, folks, welcome to YAK Radio with Dave Stahl.
Really,
FM 96.1 AM 1170. Do you want to just sing along?
The answer.
Okay. You can sing along. San Diego Gear and Axle. Anything under your car can definitely be taken care of by San Diego Gear and Axle. Steve is awesome. SDGearAxle.com. Took him a 70 Plymouth Roadrunner 446 backyard grabber, 4-speed, with a diff leak that we could not catch, find, or stop. He laughed. He said, bring me something tough. Fixed it last week. Dry as a bone. All right. Who we got in the house?
Hi. We have Eric Wever.
Yep.
We have my
Instructor.
Nguyen. Yes, the instructor. My Nguyen. And we have Brayden Buchanan. Yeah. And we have the next guest downstairs.
We do.
I just got a text.
Oh, well, Brendan will take care of that.
Okay. Thank you, Brendan.
So, first off, Maya, what's your rank?
I'm a cadet lieutenant commander.
Lieutenant commander. I didn't see anybody salute when they walked in the room. Did you? Hey, did you see anybody salute? And okay, well, then, goodness gracious, what? You're the president of the United States?
It's about to get worse. I'm a cadet commander.
Oh, so she has more rank than you?
Oh, no, I have more.
Did you see how quick he jumped?
Yeah, let's get that straight, please.
I'd make him do 10 push-ups.
Let's get that straight,
smart
please.
Remark. Boy, he just did you see
Let's get that straight, please.
Yeah, he
that
jumped
nice.
all over
But,
it.
I mean, that's...
Okay, so
You're cracking up, Mr. Wever, over here.
Scared me half to death. I thought Eric was going to leave the room. So
scared you.
So Brandon, how much higher up can you go rank-wise? Are you it?
So within our actual like class program at school, I'm basically at the top. But then we have a bunch of other programs within the school district.
Right.
And then you could get jobs within there.
How did you get advancements? What do you have to do?
So everybody starts off as a lower enlisted rank, so E2 or E3.
Okay.
And then
That's private, corporal-ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then
That's right. You don't do that's Army.
No,
you guys are Navy. One's got fins and the other one doesn't. I don't know what it is. Okay, so you start off as E2, E3.
So early on, and then throughout the first couple portions of your year, you fill out promotion exams. So you just have to know like different ranks of the class, know just the general knowledge, fill out a test, and make sure you're capable of the rank, and that's basic promotions.
Yeah. Okay.
And then as you start becoming a sophomore, junior, senior, you can start picking up different jobs within the unit because there's just so many different things you could do. But you can get a job, or not a job, but just like a bill. It's a staff role.
Right.
And then with that role, you get a new rank. So then you'd be higher up, like an E6, or you'd be like an O1, an officer. And then slowly, just as you start growing up in grade, you start getting more promotions, and then you end up.
Are you critiqued by your peers or your mentors? Go ahead.
Mai's got an answer.
We work as like a group of 5, just like for us personally. So it's like the commanding officer, executive officer, command master chief, and our Navy League TC, and then our spec ops, or I don't know what we're calling it. Command admin officer.
That's why
is what
you're
we're calling
higher
it now.
rank than she is. Okay.
David Roy Stahl.
My mother used to say that.
I think every day, I think we keep each other in check. So it's just like
that's a good way to put it.
All right.
Go ahead.
So how many years did it take you to get to this rank?
All 4.
Okay.
Is this part of building? You said this has helped you create confidence and leadership. Is this part of it? Right? You
Absolutely yes. It's a lot of failure. I mean, a lot of people. I'm speaking for like 95% of like the history of this program. You were not prepared for the job that you get put in.
Never.
And I was absolutely one of those people who was like, oh yeah, this seems pretty easy. You just do this.
I
like
can do this. This would be a walk in the
cakewalk, you know.
park. Come on.
And it was the exact opposite.
Yeah. Well, it humbles you
Oh yeah.
But
to
then
where you
pick
become a
yourself
better
up.
leader.
Right.
Exactly. You
You
pick
need
yourself
to be
up.
humbled. If you're never humbled, you'll never be a good leader.
And then back to the note with the critique. A lot of people. Or I've heard from other schools because we contact them. They kind of rule with maybe not an iron fist, but they do have like all the authority. Like I would hear cadets saying, "Oh, CO's doing this," and then I can't say anything because obviously it's CO. Here at our program, and I know at other schools too, but it's really open. Like how we've been running it is, if there's a problem, then we invite people to speak up. It doesn't matter what grade they're in, what rank.
Wow.
Just like if we're doing something wrong, tell us we're doing it wrong. Because
Right.
our goal is to serve other people and make sure that their experience is as good as it was for us.
So, Eric, what do? You just show up, drink some coffee, maybe read a book. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty much it. Exactly.
I was going to say, because, and how many people on your team that runs this program, or is it just
Good
you?
question.
There's generally for our school we have 3 instructors. We currently have 2 right now. So
You and CJ.
Yep. So I have another
Are you
retired.
looking for somebody?
We are. Yes, we'll probably hire someone this summer.
Yeah.
We're looking for a 3rd this summer.
So, what do you get out of the program?
Besides a paycheck?
Yeah, besides a paycheck. Because there's got to be something more than a paycheck that gets you up in the morning.
For sure.
And
So
is it the growth of these kids?
it is. It's actually really cool. As they were speaking, I was thinking back to last year, and so we're in the process right now of turning over. They're in the process of turning over to next year's leaders. And thinking back a year ago, picturing these 2 sitting here, I would have a hard time picturing it. But it's really cool.
Well,
to
the
see
improvement has been astounding
from year to year. It's really
and that's
cool.
what the military is all about. We joke about Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
Off air, there was some
and
words
and now
being thrown
Space
down.
Force. But there's something there for everybody, and I can't overemphasize. I'd rather have the military put me through college than me going into debt.
Yeah, to add on to that, it's so JROTC is a class centered around the military, and it just teaches you like all about the ranks, and you have to know history and all that stuff. But the goal is not to teach you what it's like to be in the military. The actual goal, if you look back in history, it was to make students become better citizens.
Yes.
And that was the whole point of the program when it was first established.
That's right.
So it uses training and like knowledge and stuff from the military to help people, but there's a lot of like, I guess, military flavor, but in no means is it trying to like give you the military life.
Right.
Well
Right,
said.
and we all well, and it is very well said, because there is a myth out there about the military life, and it's not true. One thing about the military life I can tell you to this day, and Eric will say the same thing. Once you've done it, you have friends for life. For life. I don't care if you don't see them for 20 years, but if they ever called and asked for something, I don't care what color they are, I don't care what nationality they are, I don't care how tall they are. Whatever they want, because military makes a bond.
That's for sure. Yep, that's absolutely true.
And that's a very strong part of becoming an adult. And one of them is treating people the way you want to be treated. And I can't tell you how proud I am of you two. You know, at your age, thinking, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, out of the box far enough to say, you know what, this might work. This might be something that I could use in the future. Mm-hmm. Right?
Agreed.
Oh, you thought about our horses.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. When you were a little girl. Not racing.
Not racing.
Not racing.
No.
So you're going to graduate this year?
Yes, sir.
You too? Yes. You're going to give up your rank?
Yeah.
Begrudging?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately.
You'll still wear your uniform though, right? No, you have to give it to somebody, right?
Yeah, I have to return it. Unfortunately.
So what are you going to do? So where are you going to school next?
SDSU.
Okay.
Right.
And you're going to do psychology?
Yep.
Do they have a program like this at SDSU that you're aware of?
They do, but it's like I have to go into the Navy afterwards.
Oh.
They pay for my
See,
college.
they're going to get you into the Navy. Come on. See, they know who you are. They're going to come get you. You're going. Come on. You don't get seasick.
I do get really seasick.
That's why she
yeah.
doesn't go. Hey, we have
But
those little bandy things you can put on.
I think that Maya is a great example because of that myth. People may not join in high school because they think they're going to make me go into the
Right.
military. And she's a great example where she's not going to commit to that maybe yet
Right
or
now.
at all.
Or at
but
all,
she
yeah.
has still benefited from the program tremendously.
Yeah, and I think that's a good comment, right? It's okay. I'm not going to join the Navy, but boy, has this been a phenomenal program for me as a person.
Yeah, 100%. Like things like leadership and like speaking. Oh, I know you wanted an example of like
Yes.
like public speech like and confidence. We did like a speaking unit where our great instructor, Mr. Eric Wever, had us write our own speeches about the things that we believed in.
Wow.
And we presented it in front of the class. And I know a lot of people aren't really comfortable with that, or like
Yes.
even doing like presentations in normal academic
Shy away
classes.
from that for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I think that's one of the biggest benefits to the class. It's just so many things are different from the normal life, but like you're going into this class as a freshman with a whole nother group of people who have also not done it. So,
yeah, that's
so
a good way to think of
you're
it.
you're with a bunch of maybe strangers, maybe friends, into this really different class, and now you're wearing a uniform every week. You're doing all this different like routines. It's all structured. It's a completely different environment. But if you choose to stick with it, I mean, it's the same thing in the military. At that point, like I feel like I have a whole nother family back at school. I look forward every single day because we have these experiences. I stepped out. I'm doing this, and then it's completely different. And now I have.
And you're in the military. I mean, you may not be out on a boat.
Oh yeah,
but you're pretty much in the military because it's the structure again. I can't, and I think that's what kids today need more than anything is structure. I mean, how many kids are kind of left out there? That social media. Goodness gracious.
Yes, Mai had something to say before our commercial break.
Yeah.
So adding on to what Brayden said, like the program is really like what you make of it. So you can just
like life.
You can just sit there and like do the class, and you'd get some stuff out of it in terms of like having to wear the uniform and like learning like attention to detail and things like that. But then you could step out of your comfort zone and then join more teams and then do like expand your horizons and then.
And by teams, like, is there like a coding team and there's an academic team
There
and an
is.
athletic team? Like, there's a variety of teams, correct?
Yes.
You do robotics?
I do not.
You do robotics.
Is that offered?
So none of us do robotics, but yes, it is offered in a way. We do have it's called Sea Perch, and you basically build like this mechanism or robot that like swims in a pool or like walks along the bottom, and there is competitions around that. So technically, yes.
Well, I do First Robotics. I support them here in San Diego, where they build, they build a robot to throw basketball in a hoop.
Oh, right.
Which that stuff just makes me crazy. That's just insane. So you're not necessarily going to go into the Navy. You are.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be a pilot. Can you see?
I can see, hopefully.
Okay, good, because that's the key. Yeah. And you don't throw up when you get airsick.
Well, I mean, we haven't gotten there yet, but we'll find out.
Oh, think positive.
We'll find out.
All right, we're going to stay in touch with these guys as they go through, because this will be fun. We're going to take a quick break right here on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The Answer.
All right, folks, welcome back. Where the show off air is always better than on. YAK Radio with Dave Stahl, FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The Answer.
You think I'm kidding? Yeah, I know we're not.
Are you
supposed to say
18?
Yes.
18?
I'm not.
Oh, God.
Oh, they were
One adult.
John's Automotive Import Repair, 7447 University Avenue in La Mesa. By the way, John's opening up a third location. Go to John's with an S, San Diego Auto Repair.com, Napa Auto Care, ASC certified, AAA approved. All right, last segment. We've got Patrick Henry High School in, and we are
NJROTC.
and we're having a great time. The program is so phenomenal for kids that maybe are looking for something a little bit different. We got Maya Nuge. And we got Brendan. I think I messed that up.
Or mine, Nguyen.
Nguyen. Why did I say Nuge? Oh, it starts with an N.
And Brayden Buchanan and Eric Wever.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Why don't I just leave it up to you?
Just leave it to me. I try to learn them. I butcher them sometimes.
I know. All right, so last segment.
I'd love to hear about the Midway.
Let's talk about the Midway.
We were invited. We're already booked for something, Dave. And you
had to win a
hosted
trophy.
it, right? Did you guys host?
Yes, we did host
something on the Midway.
Was that fun?
It was fun.
What was it? Can you tell us like the title? I don't know.
So, I think
look at this.
They're pushing the microphone back and forth.
The commander.
he competed, so he would know better about the competition.
But Mai was the one who ran the whole event, so you better she talk about
it. Okay. Well, so the Midway is a drill competition that we host on the Midway, which is pretty cool, I guess, to just walk around and see everything. It's our exhibition drill teams, so it's, if you've ever seen any videos, it's like the ones with the rifles and the spinning ones, and then the
and it's like they're all in sync.
Yes.
As much as possible.
Yeah. Right. And for unarmed exhibition, it's like the same thing but without rifles, and they slap their
sides.
Yeah, sides. Like little penguins, we call them.
Oh, I'm sure they like being called little penguins. Are you a little penguin, Brayden?
He's the leader of penguins.
Are you the lead penguin?
I am the leader of the slapping penguins, yes. Okay. And I wear the title with pride.
A title with pride. So is there a lot of recognition that comes with this competition?
There is, especially for our team or for our school.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, because it's no different than if you were playing baseball or basketball or.
It's a team.
I mean, it's team sport. Work as a unit. Beat the rest of the schools.
Absolutely, there's a lot of competition, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of work goes into it. Practice, I imagine. Yeah, his face looks like it's in pain.
Hey, you're not going to ask me if he's going to wear a black jacket with a white shirt so he can look like a penguin.
I'm not going to promote this penguin thing because I don't know that he's exactly excited about this title.
Well, she gave it to him.
I know. I'm not getting in between those two.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not after the looks I saw.
Boy,
them
the
give each other.
push-ups after the show are going to be endless. Let me tell you.
I've been living with this name for the past 4 years,
and you can't wait for it to go away.
I mean, I love it. There's a lot of pride that goes into this sort of thing.
I turned it into a pride.
Couldn't you turn that into a cool T-shirt?
Absolutely.
A black. They're giving Mr. Wever a look.
A black shirt with just a little black and white penguin with some kind of a
comment. Speak up on this,
comment.
Wever. They looked at you.
No, we'll get you a sponsor. We'll find you a sponsor for the T-shirts.
Oh, you did like it.
We like T-shirts for branding purposes and team building. So
well, yeah, and especially if somebody does something exceptional, then that's a different T-shirt.
Yeah. So how'd you do in this competition? Did we state that?
So
and I missed it.
At the Midway competition this year, I believe we placed third. third overall. So out of all the schools that went, which I believe was like 16, 17 schools.
Wow.
And they all performed?
Yes,
we
they all
missed
performed.
all of that, Dave. Thank you for the invite, by the way.
Of course. So bigger than that, though, is as part of this, you mentioned that there's all these different teams you can join, and so probably bigger than even the midway was our kids got our competitive team, and they compete in athletics, drill, and academics, and our program got qualified for the national championships for the 4th year in a row, actually. Where we competed against the 24 best teams in the country, and these kids finished 6th out of all the schools that were there.
That's what we had them in last year, right before they were going to go. They got 7th place, I believe, and then this year they moved up to 6th place.
6th place, right.
And this was down in Florida,
out in Pensacola. So we
Pensacola.
42 kids got to go out to Pensacola for almost a week and.
Congratulations.
And they did really, really well.
Congratulations to all 42 of you, and then some. I'm sure other people who didn't even go supported.
And congratulations to all the teams that participated. I mean, let's face it, everybody's got the same goal.
Were there any other San Diego teams?
There wasn't San Diego, but we did have 2 other from the same area we compete in.
Southern
California. Collectively we dominated. Honestly,
Dominated. I like that.
Our schools were 3 of the top 6. So
that.
Wow! Really? Well, is it because we're heavy military?
I don't
know,
know.
but that's just San Diego.
What do you think?
So there's rumors, and then we hear it from the different judges at the competitions. But they do say that, context, the country is divided into different areas, and each unit is in its own area. So our school is in Area 11, and the 2 other schools we went with are also in Area 11. They do say that Area 11 is the harshest and most competitive out of all the other
They
areas.
used the word harsh?
I think that was that's probably a fair assessment.
Harsh, more scrutinous. They're more in-depth.
More demanding.
Demanding. Yeah. High expectations.
High expectations.
Get there.
Yeah.
And that starts at the top and works its way down.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So it's his fault.
Oh my God, I love these 2.
So it's his fault.
I love you too.
They
so
did
it's Eric's
really,
fault.
really well, though. We even had some teams that finished first out of all the teams in the overall country.
Like in the academic or one of the 3.
So like our color guard team was first, right? And our armed exhibition team was first.
In the nation.
Our color guard was
So
first.
I think our color guard was 2nd or 3rd, and our armed basic and our armed exhibition teams were both first place.
So let me explain this, folks, if you don't get it. Everybody has the same rules and regulations as you compete. The end result is called people, and how well a child gets into this program and how much you're willing to give. Because you can give 5%, 10%, or you can give 100% and put everything out there and nothing left. And those are the ones that get in the top. I like using the top 5.
And learn from their failures. You brought that up earlier.
Right.
Yeah, that there's a lot of failure. God, what a lesson to learn at a young age.
Do you ever shoot a gun? They let you shoot?
No. So because we're in the...
Why is my laughing?
We could probably speak more into this, but our school district does not allow... There are marksman teams, but we do not allow...
Okay, so you don't know.
No.
The only reason I say it my last 2 hours today are gun owners radio.
Okay.
So I do a positive gun show with heavy emphasis on training.
I bet you guys get that question a lot.
Well,
Because
sometimes. So we do bring rifles to our recruiting areas, but drill rifles. So they're not actual service rifles. They do not fire. But we are asked a lot if they do shoot, and we just no, they don't.
And so, Eric, I mean, has there ever been a conversation about including, or is it just the city won't let you do it?
It's just the school board.
School board.
We actually we're fortunate that San Diego Unified supports a really robust archery program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Pershing had archery when I went and observed.
So we're in the process of standing ours up, but honestly, I think it's a better fit for high school anyway. So in that sense, so.
It'll humiliate you.
Right.
Because have you ever shot a bow and arrow?
I have.
Makes you just with you.
I have the weird elbow that's catches it all the time.
What's wrong with that, Laura?
I don't know.
What about the other one?
Indian Hills Camp, we'd always do archery.
They're both messed up.
Out. Yeah, I have a real good.
Do you drive a race car?
I do, but see, the arms are.
Is that how that goes? So all right, so you're staying in town.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you staying in town?
SDSU is in town.
So you're both staying in town. So that means we can bug you later on down the road and see how things are going.
Yeah,
we would love to come.
If you want to
Well,
come
and
back.
Eric, I'll tell you, I mean, we've done it once a year. You don't have to do once
then
a year.
I think of somebody that came up in the green room. Maybe we have that.
Oh, ask.
I didn't know
see
we were
if
saying
Yo-Yo
on.
wants to come out.
Okay, you said it.
Who's
It's
that?
out there now.
Shout out
we
to
have
Yo-Yo
a
Yang.
student that Miss Sandoval knows
Yo-Yo
well.
makes an impression on everybody she meets.
Okay,
and she's a cadet.
But I'm
as well.
just saying, just as you go through the your year, periodically just get a hold of Britney and say, hey, I've got a couple students, let's bring them on, because this right here is another form of training that you may not get at school, and that's
that's very true.
What's interesting about radio, it's not really public speaking, but it's communicating with intermissions, and it's your thoughts. No one's going to tell you. You didn't notice. I didn't tell you that you weren't going to say. No, it's your thoughts. Yes, dear. Your fingers are up.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Yuko and her family. Sorry, we had some more listeners. I wanted to end.
What
with
are you?
It's another cadet.
Are they
in the
advertisers?
family. No, but they're
Okay, just
listening.
checking.
They're new listeners because of our spectacular guests today.
Well, that
So
is
they are
fantastic. We
listening.
had a great time.
Yes.
You guys are, like I said, Eric, I can't tell you.
I'm only an email away. You know that.
Yep.
And all we need to do is figure out how to get some cars together. We'll bring you all to KUSI. Then I'll put you on TV.
Oh.
You think this was fun? Yeah,
No,
right,
you have to
right.
put some fundraiser together that has a car in the
We'll
middle.
figure out
Maybe
something.
my race car.
Hey, I think it's better.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, cadets.
Thanks, guys.
You guys
it
are
was
great.
a blast. Anybody
you
want
for
to say
having us.
goodbye to? Anybody want to say goodbye to?
Hi, Mom.
Ah,
Who
that's it.
drove you here? Maybe.
Yeah, right.
Maybe a shout out.
And thank you, Dad, if you're listening.
Yeah, if you're listening. What do you mean he's not listening? Go
Get
ahead.
my.
Tone, if you're listening, go back to work.
Oh, hardcore. Eric, you want to say anything?
Hey, thank you so much again for having us. We really appreciate it.
Our
You guys
pleasure.
are great. I love the program.
You're getting the Sandoval handshake, man. You're on top of it. FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.